Alright, my name is Lawrence Ray, also known as LRW3, and this is The Rose Garden. Today I have a very excellent baker with me. We've been trying to schedule this for a while. She probably has some time in her busy schedule to come sit down with me. For the people who don't know, you go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Ashanti Montgomery, and I'm owner of Forgetful Fort Bakery.
Perfect. So just some background information before we get into the baking. Tell people just about yourself, things you think they should know about you.
I went to the Art Institute of Atlanta for 4 years, and I graduated with an associate's degree in baking and pastry.
Perfect. So let's get into just the baking. First question I have, when did you start baking?
Well, I originally started cooking, and then I kind of fell in love with baking when I was in school.
Do you do cooking too, or do you just do baking now?
Oh, I do it all.
I didn't even know you do it all.
Yeah, I do it all.
I just always see those nice cakes. I didn't even know you still did the cooking.
Yeah.
So what age were you though when you started, I guess, getting into both?
I think when I was like in middle school,
I
kind of just took over cooking dinner, and then it went from there.
Gotcha. Do you remember like the first thing you made by chance? And you just went in the kitchen one day and just took it over from there?
I just took it over from there. I don't remember what exactly I cooked.
Clearly they liked it though, because you're still doing it. So, what's the name of your business?
Forget the Fort.
Where does that name come from? What made you choose that name?
I was. Do you want me to be honest?
We want you to be honest. That's what we're here for.
I was under the influence.
It's always a good story when you're under the influence.
Yeah.
So how did being under the influence, how did that still get you to Forget the Fort?
Because I was with my college roommates or whatever, and we were sitting down watching TV one day, and we were just joking around. Because before you graduate, you have to do a capstone project, and basically you have to create a restaurant, and you have to create a whole business, a legitimate business plan. So we had to come up with a name, and I wanted mine to be different and unique. But yeah, we were just playing around, and then I came up with that.
Well, that's a good story though. So how'd you do on that capstone project? Did you pass it?
I did good. I made 100 on it. Yeah.
You said I did good, and they said you made 100. Like you can't make that higher than 100.
No, I did good, but I was shy to, we have to present it in front of judges.
Oh, got you. You did enough. You got 100.
Yeah.
So how long? I guess since college though. How long has that been since when you started your business? Did you start your business like right after? Like, hey, it's a good idea. I'm about to start it, or was there still a delay in between? Was it official?
I started in 2016.
Oh,
That's when I came up with the name and the concept and stuff like that. But I didn't start taking it serious until, I guess you could say, 2019, 2020.
Why would you say you didn't take it serious though? If you actually had the idea in 2016 to get serious on the business, why would you say you weren't serious until like 3 years later?
Because I'm goofy. For those who like really know me personally, they know that I'm really goofy, and I guess I played around with it at first.
So you were kind of doing it, but you went all in until like, I got you. We all do that.
Yeah, it's like people kept telling me, you're talented, Ashanti, you're talented, but I wasn't trying to hear that.
Yeah, people can tell you that all day, but until you're ready to hear it, you're not going to take it serious. So I guess that kind of flew into my next question. Do you remember the moment that you were just like, hey, I'm ready to be serious on this? I guess after 3 years, what made you say I'm ready now?
I had a customer. I feel like I'm saying a lot. I actually had a customer, someone that I went to high school with, and she ordered a cake for her mom, and I didn't do so. I did good on it, but you could tell that I rushed it. And she told me about myself.
Oh, she did tell you.
Yeah.
I was gonna say most people can't tell though. Y'all the ones who had an eye, but no, I don't know that. She could tell too.
Yeah, she could tell that I rushed it. She felt like I didn't do as good as I did. I would have done on someone else's cake. So when she called me out for it, I apologized, and I remade the cake for her. So that way she could know that I wasn't playing around about it. But then that's when I had to decide, because you had to decide, are you going to keep playing around?
Especially if people paying you for word of mouth. They say word of mouth travels faster than good. So you can't have one or two of those before people stop going to you.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, no, that's that's when I decided I needed to either I'm gonna do it or I'm not gonna do it.
You go and stop. Like, yeah, that's a fact. Now, I guess you look like you're doing good now. I don't see nobody. Has people been complaining on cakes now?
No,
I don't see how they could.
I haven't had any. Knock on wood. Do you have a wood?
Yeah, knock on that. I think that's like plastic board close enough.
Yeah.
As soon as we get done filming, somebody gonna call you and say what they cake. Though.
Don't do it like that.
Nah, you've been doing some talented cakes. I don't think nobody's complaining anytime moving forward. Now, again, I didn't know you still did cooking. Do you like sell plates or?
No, so many people wanted me to sell.
I didn't know you did that.
Yeah, so many people want me to sell plates, but.
And another thing, I was gonna ask you, do you do other things other than cakes? But you just brought me some nice cookies too. So clearly you do cookies. What else do you do then? Is it all type of pastries? Or?
Yeah, I strictly pastries.
Do you specialize in any like type of pastry or anything like that?
I love my cookies, and I specialize in custom cake art.
So if somebody had an order, they said, I need the best thing you do, period. What are you making?
Probably my red velvet cake. That's one of my favorite ones to make.
Gotcha. So let me ask you some general bake, because I sit down with a lot of people. You're the first baker I sat down with. So I like when people are the first or something, because it give me a chance. Like when I talk to musicians, I can only ask so many music questions before it's the same type of questions. So you like a fresh palate. I get to ask like stuff I never ask people. So on average though, how long does it take to make a cake? Because I be watching like shows on Netflix and they be like, you got like 12 hours and they be like stressed out. Like how long does it really take?
It's very stressful, but it takes a couple of hours. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even get sleep.
Oh snap!
So I stay up. Or I wake up in the morning at like 5 o'clock in the morning. No, I wake up at like 7, and I don't go to sleep until 3 o'clock in the morning. So
all on one cake, or is it multiple?
It's usually multiple, but I don't push myself. So
yeah.
I mean, I do push myself.
I know what you mean. Like you don't go past when you're tired. That's when you start like half doing the work.
I only do as much as I know I can handle, because I've done that before where I put a whole bunch of cake orders in it.
What would you say for somebody starting out? That is not even a question I have, but that's good because you had the experience. What would you say for somebody who's just starting to make cakes? What's the right amount of cakes maybe they should have at one time to not overbook themselves? I would say about 5 to 6 cakes, especially if it's custom cakes. Gotcha. Like where you gotta make cartoons and stuff like that. Obviously, I would assume that takes a long time.
Yeah.
What's the biggest cake you ever made? Like I be seeing some of the cake shows, they be like up to the ceiling or things like that.
The biggest cake I've made so far is that, I don't know if you've seen it, but it was a venom cake for Halloween.
I see all your cakes. I do not remember venom cake.
It was the whole, like the bust of Venom. And it took up the whole refrigerator.
I got a question. Do people really be eating all that cake, or is it just like for the looks of it? I guess you wouldn't.
No, most people, the cake I provide, they eat it. I've seen where some people buy the cakes and they don't.
Just for the look?
Yeah.
Do you use a lot of fondant in it? This ain't a question, I just be wondering. Do you use a lot of fondant in your cakes? I'm just thinking off those cake shows, because they used to always use all that fondant, but fondant don't taste good. That's why I be wondering.
I do use it, but only if someone asks me to use it. But I use it to the point where it's not thick.
Taking over?
Yeah, it's like not like a thick, because it's how you roll it out.
Gotcha.
Some people roll it out where it's still thick.
That makes sense. So, we talked about the biggest cake you ever made. What's the most difficult cake you remember making?
Wedding cake. Wedding cake scare me.
I'm gonna leave that alone. I have some questions about wedding cake, so we're gonna leave that there. We're gonna come back to that. Okay. Now, do you bake all the cakes by yourself, or do you have any help?
No, I bake everything by myself. I go to the store by myself. I do everything by myself. When would you say somebody reaches a point where they have to decide, all right, maybe I need some more help with this? For me, when I know I need some more help, you can just kind of feel it when you get kind of stressed out. It's a lot. So I will sometimes my mom helps me. She'll come in the kitchen and help me, or my sisters.
Gosh.
I have a hard time asking for help.
So you just be in there.
Yeah, struggling.
So do you have any mentors when it comes to like baking or things like that? Like anybody you go to and you maybe don't know how to do something as well as you may want to?
There is a girl that I used to go to school with in Atlanta. She now lives in Alabama and she still makes cakes too. Whenever I don't know how to do certain things, I always reach out to her and ask her for help. Or I just watch YouTube.
YouTube always got you.
Yeah.
You know, just like now, somebody might be learning something. 'Cause it's on YouTube. Now, what qualities do you think is important for like every baker that they should have?
I definitely would say time management skills because you don't want to have a customer waiting on you till they arrive and you're still working on the cake. And then we live in Georgia, so it gets hot in the summertime.
It sure
And
do.
the last thing you want to do is still be frosting 5 minutes before they arrive because that whole cake is going to melt.
Have you ever had a cake melt on you?
No, I haven't. I had knock on wood.
Knock on wood. I promise, hey, if something happens to one of your cakes after this, I'll replace it.
Okay,
That's
I
on you.
have had damage to a cake, but it's never melted.
Was it your fault that it got damaged?
It probably. I mean, I don't know how to answer that. Cause so it was a Mickey Mouse cake, and it had a hat at the top, like a safari hat, and it slid off. But the rest of the cake was perfectly fine.
Did it slide off in your possession or their possession?
Their possession.
It wasn't your fault. Until they can prove it wasn't your fault.
I'm sorry if she watches this. I'm sorry.
Mickey was fine when you handed it to him. That's their fault, then. So, what all events do you do cakes for?
Weddings, baby showers, birthdays.
Which type of event would you say is your favorite one to do?
I love doing wedding cakes, but wedding cakes still stress me out.
Now, back to wedding cakes. And it's crazy because my question I had is, how many wedding cakes have you done? Do you remember? Just a general number?
I guess I can say maybe 20 so
okay.
far.
20 so far. That's a good number already.
Yeah.
Now, I know you said they stress you out. Why do they stress you out? Is it just like the added pressure of, hey, this is like your big day?
Yes.
That's the reason for it?
Yeah. I'm scared to, because I have to deliver all my wedding cakes. And, normally the venues are far out from where I live.
So you killing all my questions. See, that's the next question I had. You deliver cakes.
Sorry.
Do you have to because I be seeing, again, I just going off of like cake balls and things like that. They had like specialized vehicles. Do you need all that to deliver a cake, depending on how big it is? But I don't know if you're doing cakes that size. Like, what do you usually deliver in?
I deliver in my car.
Oh, okay.
They normally, you don't need it, but, those people on, Food Network, they have multiple cakes that they're delivering, not just that one. So you probably just see that one and not the other. So that's why they need that big vehicle.
Makes sense.
I'm hoping to get there one day.
You will get there one day. Don't say hoping. You're on your way.
Yeah.
Now, what's this next question I had? So you already kind of answered that though. Had you ever messed the cake up while you're transporting it? You said no, so you good on that. And you said you never dropped a cake or anything like that, have you?
I came close. I came close to drop. And my cakes are heavy. Like, they're super heavy. So I'm always trying to.
You lift them by yourself, or you have somebody? You still do it?
I do everything by myself.
You literally do everything by yourself.
Yeah.
You can't even have somebody help you move the cake. Like, oh man. So how'd you almost drop this cake? And did they see you almost drop their cake? Because that's when it get awkward.
No, I was at home.
Okay.
I tried to put it in the refrigerator, and our refrigerator is kind of low, so I had to squat down, and I almost slapped the top of the cake.
Oh wow. But you did. So if somebody needed a cake from you on a certain date, how far out in advance should they book?
Well, it used to be 3 to 4 weeks, but now I'm like,
you busy,
I book out really fast, so I would say maybe 2 months.
Go ahead and get that humble brag on. 2 months. 2 months at minimum, you need to contact you. And you I already asked this question. The question I had: how many cakes do you schedule to make on the same day? Did I ask you that? I asked how many should you when you first started. So how many? I guess that's a new question. How many cakes do you usually schedule yourself to make on one particular day?
For special, like custom cakes, I would probably only do maybe six at the most, because I normally do other small desserts too, like cupcakes or cookies and stuff like that.
Do you work on like all these cakes at the same time, or do you just Oh, man. That's
Yeah, I work at it
all over the
all
place.
at the same time.
God.
So I bake everything first, and then after I bake everything, I wrap everything up, and then I start frosting them one by one.
No wonder you always busy.
Yeah.
God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So, generally speaking, I don't want you to give away any information as far as related to your business. Don't be giving people. I don't want them to see another forget the fork because you told people how to do this or your mindset with this. But generally speaking, like what goes into like when it's time to price a cake, because you don't do this for free, to be clear. Like, is it based more on the size of the cake? Is it based on like the ingredients, or is it like more based on the time like that each one takes?
For mine, it's based on size and how long it takes. How long I know it's going to take me to do it.
So that makes sense. Yeah, we're not going any deeper into prices other than that. But if somebody, so I know some bakers, this ain't a question, do you do like, and I don't know if this is just something like more the like bigger bakeries do or whatever, like if somebody wanted to book you, do you do like those little tastings or things so they can like pick a flavor, or you just like, nah, you need to know what you want?
No, I do tastings, but they kind of already have, I mean, scratch that.
Okay, you want to ask the question again?
Yeah.
Alright, so this is a question. I don't know if you do it because I only really see it like on like TV shows. So I don't even know if people do this normally anyway. But as far as like if somebody wanted to book a cake, do you like do the little tastings for people? And I don't know if that would even be possible for you to do, just to make a bunch of things for people to taste if it's just you anyway.
I do tastings, but because I bake from scratch, it's like I can't have.
Yeah, I'm not about to make you just 20 random things to taste.
Yeah, so I do like cake jars. So whatever someone orders, yeah, I just do it based off of that. So you have to pay for like the cake jar, because if not, I'm just stuck with a whole bunch of
That makes sense.
cake.
That makes that's too many different options. At least have an idea and then maybe go from there.
Yeah.
Now, are there any? Because I'll be real, you're the only local baker that I'm aware of. Are there any other local ones around here at your level? I'm gonna put them.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Like who? I'm gonna ask you like who?
There's a lot of bakers.
You don't know a name either, do you? It's a
I
lot.
know. So I know a lot of treat makers.
Is that the same? See, that's y'all industry. Is that the same thing? Well, because I'm not in the industry, I would separate them from the bakers if they do like just treats, because treats could be kind of anything. That's more, I think more like candy making. But I mean, you are in that industry though. Would that be the same thing as far as treat makers and bakers? I'm not gonna lie. I can say this. You're not gonna say this. I put bakers higher than treat makers. I don't know if I'm supposed to, but I don't really group them in with y'all. So, but if you grouping them in, I keep. I'm like they right here. No disrespect, because they good at what they do. But I put like bakers a little bit higher. But if you putting everybody on the same level, that's cool. But
why do you separate them?
Because I don't know. Again, I don't know the behind the scenes, so I'm not trying to disrespect the treat makers. But I just feel like baking takes a finer. It's harder to do. Again, I may be completely wrong on that, and if I am, I apologize.
Treat makers, it's a lot too.
Yeah,
because you gotta think, you gotta make many pieces, and it's not just one. It's like 60, 80.
Yeah, and that might be true, but like still, I'm not saying it's not hard. I just don't know if it's as hard as baking.
Yeah.
Like, not to disrespect them, but if you say they the same thing, then they the same thing. So do you know any treat makers then?
Yes.
Who's some good treat makers?
My friend, her name is Paula Denise.
Paula, don't be mad at me. I meant no disrespect about the treat maker.
It's Paula Denise, and her business name is Dreamy Desserts.
Okay. So, shout out Paula. Now, what's some advice you would give someone interested in maybe starting their own baking journey? What's some advice you would give someone who's interested in maybe starting their own baking journey and doing what you do?
I would definitely say do a lot of research, because there's still things that I don't know that I'm still learning. So, and I've been doing this for years, but every day I learn something different.
What's something that you learned recently, and recently could be within the last few years, that you wish you would have known when you first started?
To order in bulk.
That makes sense, especially doing 6 cakes. It just makes
to order in bulk, because it's so much stuff, and I'm still at the store every single day, but it's just a lot when you know.
Yeah, just
Because I do it by myself, so I'm running in.
you gotta
out
stop
the
doing
store.
it, buddy. Somebody.
No, it's okay.
As busy as you are, have you ever thought of getting an apprentice or somebody to work under you?
I have, but I'm gonna be able to pay someone. I don't want this.
Do people? I don't. Do people? I thought when you first come in, it's kind of like paying your dues. I didn't know they get paid. I thought you were supposed to. I mean, obviously, if you can get paid, then get paid. But I thought some people do it for experience.
I guess some people wouldn't mind, but for me as a person, I just feel like I would have to.
Get you something.
Yeah, I would at least want to, have something, because I know it's not, it's a lot.
It is a lot.
Yeah.
I guess I can respect that answer. Now, 3, 2, 1. Now, for people who want to see your cake, because your cakes are truly amazing as far as what you be doing. Like, not just you, like just some of the cakes I be seeing, I be wondering, like, is that real? That can't be like actually. You didn't do that with just cake. So, for people who want to see like what you're able to create, where can they find your work at?
They can find me on Instagram at forget the fork _.
I don't know Instagram, man. You looked at me like I know it.
Oh, no,
If it's not right, I'll make sure that we put something right there.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't even know my Instagram name. I think it's at Lawrence. I
Yeah.
might have that underscore kill everybody.
Yeah, it's at forget the fork _. Or you can go to my website www.forgettheforkbakery.com.
I didn't even know you had a website. Can they book cakes on there or do
Mhm.
Oh,
So
snap.
you can fill out an inquiry form, and I try to respond as quickly as I can.
Okay, I like that. Let's see what else I have here for you. Now, are you still currently accepting new bookings, or I know some
Yeah.
people like cutting them off for a certain time period, but you say you're still good to go. So if you need a cake and you need a cake within 2 months, then go ahead and get a booking in. Now, let me put you on the spot. Has someone ever requested like a cake design that you were not able to do?
Yes, and I told them.
Did you even attempt it, or you just say, hey, I can't do that?
Okay, so I feel, for me, I'm just going to be honest here.
Mhm.
For me, normally I'm able to look at a picture and be like, yeah, I can do that. But if it's something that I know I'm not,
That's good. I'm not gonna waste your time.
I'm not going to waste the person's time, because the last thing I want to do is be one of those people where, when they compare the pictures.
Yeah, like,
And then like, this is
ain't
what I
that.
asked
Yeah,
for,
this ain't
and
that.
this is what I got. I'm terrified of that.
I'll blame you on that. So, what's the goal with baking? Are you trying to open up your own bakery? What's the end goal here?
Yeah, I'm not going to go too much.
Don't go ahead.
Because I don't want to jinx it.
Hey, knock on wood again. So I'm gonna put this out there. In 10 years, you will consider your business a success if ...
In 10 years, if I'm on the road.
You on the road? You wanna what? Like go state to state making cakes or things like that?
Yeah.
Okay, good answer. I like that. So we just sat here and gave you your flowers as you already know. Even before you sat here, I think you're an excellent baker, the only baker I know. So definitely talented. You're doing a good job. You stay booked. Clearly, people know you're talented. So how we end every Rose Garden is I need you to acknowledge someone. You don't have to know them personally. You can just see them working and passing. Since we just sat here and gave you your flowers, I need you to end this giving somebody else their flowers.
It could be anybody.
It could be anybody you want to give it to.
I'll give it to my friend. I already shouted out Paula. I give it to my friend Calissa. She lives out in Atlanta and she does nails, and her Instagram name is Calissa Claus. Calissa Claus.
Shout out Calissa. So that wraps up what I needed from you. Anything else you want to say while we're still rolling, while we're still feeling? All right, if you have nothing else to say, my name is Lawrence Ray, and this was the Rose Garden.